It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and yes, I know I took a couple of days off for Christmas weekend because of the day I'm recording this. It's December 26th. Actually, it just turned to December 27th as I look at the monitor here. But yeah, I took a couple of days off for Christmas, and I know I said I'd be back for the following day, but it's a couple days later. But anyway, we're gonna be quick on this weekend anyway. It's March 25th, 1994, and there's only two movies in particular to look at, so let's just get right through it. Let's start off with the biggest new release that weekend, and probably the most memorable of the two movies that came out, at least in my opinion. That is the sequel to The Mighty Ducks, D2, The Mighty Ducks. Or, I mean, you got to give them the balls to try to pretend that that's not the Back to the Future theme song. I mean, come on, man. Like you could change some of the musical notes around, but all I'm gonna hear is the theme to Back to the Future when I'm listening to that score from the trailer. I mean, they had a lot of balls to try to pretend that that wasn't that, but but that's the trailer though. As far as this movie goes, it's pretty much the same as the first movie, except it's on a grander scale, a much bigger scale. But you know what? I love this movie, man. Like, I think this is easily the best film in the series, honestly. It's the movie that has the most memorable moments, it has the most memorable bad guys, it has the most memorable moments of the entire series. Like, whenever you think of the best moments in the series, this is the movie it definitely comes from. I mean, just everything about this movie just works so well. It's just a ton of fun, and it's silly, it's ridiculous, but God, when the grand epic moments happen in this movie, you can't help but get so invested. Just the way they shoot some of these scenes, like the one line I'll always take from this is the Gordy from the opposing hockey coach, the coach from Iceland. Like, how hard is it to not get excited for that after you see something like that? After you see how they just pull this whole thing off beforehand, like, it's ridiculous. It makes no sense in real hockey. That probably would be a penalty, but you know what? I'll be damned if it's not an entertaining movie. I mean, like, it's just so much fun around. I mean, everything about this movie just works so well. It is silly, it is ridiculous, but you can't help but really appreciate what they did in this movie. And I mean, just so much about this movie works so well. Even the music for this movie is amazing. Like once you hear the song "Rock the Pond," it will never come out of your head, at least for another couple of weeks. And watch D2 The Mighty Ducks. I mean, like I said, it's not a good movie. It's basically just a retread of the first movie, except on a bigger scale. But I'll be damned if it's not the most enjoyable film in the series. It's the one I can always go back to if I want to watch the best film in the series. It's definitely this one, D2 The Mighty Ducks. I can't recommend it enough. If you love the original Mighty Ducks, you're definitely gonna love the hell out of this one. So, with that said, that's D2 The Mighty Ducks. So let's go ahead and move on to the second movie and the last movie on this particular week, and that is Tupac Shakur in Above the Rim. So we talked about the Harlem trilogy by this writer, Barry Michael Cooper, who also did New Jack City, which is easily the best of the three films, and also Sugar Hill, which was not very good, probably the weakest of the three. This one's kind of in the middle. You basically have the story of this promising New York City basketball star and his relationships with a drug dealer and a former basketball star now employed as a security guard at the high school. He was a promising young star many years ago, and for the most part, the story is kind of where you think it's going to go. Yeah, like I said, you've seen this story done so many times before, but it's the acting that really does pull it through. You have Dwayne Martin in here, a great actor, who actually his character is loosely based on Allen Iverson, who of course went on to become a big star in the NBA. Leon from Cool Runnings, Bernie Mac is in here as the is. No, I thought he was the janitor. He's not the janitor in this. Marlon Wayans is also in here, and you have Tupac Shakur, which really another great performance by Tupac Shakur. I mean, he really showed that he had the chops to be a really damn good actor. And believe it or not, this was actually the last movie I believe he did before he died in 1996. That came out during the time he was alive. He had a couple other movies that he made beforehand, which before his death, and then came out afterwards. But this was the last one he did that came out during his lifespan. And like I said, he's really fantastic in this movie. He definitely does show his potential as an actor. And it's a shame that we never got to really see anything grand after this movie came out. I mean, the last couple movies he did weren't bad, but this Juice and Poetic Justice were just great early movies of him in the prime of his career. And like I said, the movie overall is a decently made film. I don't think it has that same lasting power as something like New Jack City, but it definitely is a lot better than something like Sugar Hill. I think it works kind of in the middle. It has kind of a formulaic story, but I think it's the performances in here that really do keep it together. Like the performances overall make it stand out more than I think it has any right to be. It's a really good movie. Not a great movie overall, but I'm glad I saw it, and maybe I'll watch it again some other time. But that's pretty much my thoughts on this one. That's Above the Rim. And so on that note, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. We'll jump into April on the next episode with another comedy sequel in Major League 2. Charles Grodin and Martin Short in Clifford, Don Bluth's Thumbelina. We also have The House of the Spirits, Joe Pesci and Christian Slater and Barry Levinson's Jimmy Hollywood, and also Chrono. So 6 movies to look at next time. We'll do that on the next episode. But until then, thank you very much for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page. Check out the previous episode. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. And until then, as always, take care.